Hey guys, so at SoleFit we've been thinking about going paperless for a few years now, and just with the ever increasing number of files that are adding up in our file cabinet, the cost of toner, the cost of paper, and definitely the environmental factors of using paper, we finally decided to take the plunge about 6 months ago. So we wanted to put together this little video to go through some of the processes we used, and as much as we're a medical clinic and it can help other clinics out there that have the same use, for those who maybe have a home office, some of these tips can definitely be useful as well. So the first thing that we did was put together a little bit of a list of what we wanted the software to do. For us, we wanted the software to be able to do scheduling, we wanted to be able to do charting, and we wanted to be able to do billing as well. So we had quite a few features that we wanted the software to do for us, so it limited our choices a little bit. But the ones that we finalized it down to were clinicmaster.com, clinico.com, and janeapp.com. And all these were very viable options. We ended up going with janeapp.com. We liked them because they were Canadian based out of Vancouver. Their servers are in Canada. And we just really liked the fact that they were a little bit more user-friendly. We liked the way that it helped us set our charts together without a big change from what we're currently using. So we took about a month to really get to know the software a little bit better, and definitely quite a bit of trial and definitely quite a bit of error. But we initially set a start date that we were going to start going paperless, and we really stuck to that. And definitely recommend doing it at a less busy time of year so you can work through some of the bugs. And we also kept backups. So with our scheduling for the first week, we had the online system that we were using, but we also kept the paper as well, just to kind of give us a little bit of a fallback for that first week. And if you're a clinic that's very tech savvy, you'll have no problems getting used to some of these new softwares. For us, it took a little bit of time, but like I said, there's always that paper backup if you need it. One of the concerns we definitely have going in was how easily we'd be able to convert over to an online chart. We're just so used to having a paper chart in front of us when we're going through things with our patients. So we tried to really make sure that our online chart was as similar as possible to our paper chart. And that was one of the things that we actually liked about Jane. You know, we were able to go through our paper chart that we were currently using and really go through section by section and recreate it online. So it wasn't a huge jump to go to that online chart. The second thing for us, I mean, first of all, there's all kinds of mobile devices that you can use with the software available these days to do your charting. You could use a phone, you could use a tablet, you could even use a laptop. We decided to go with a tablet. We just found it was a little bit easier to carry around and a little bit more manageable, similar size to paper as well. And we really did some research to find the best stylus. Because we wanted to be able to write. We're so used to writing on paper, we thought, well, how about if it should make it a little bit more seamless if we're actually continuing to write. So we actually ended up going with a Microsoft Surface. We did again some research on that, and we found their stylus was really good. So we can write through our chart on the stylus, and it'll change it over to text. So it was pretty seamless to go that route. And on the billing side, we were using QuickBooks to do all our billing. And it was pretty seamless to convert that information over. So we were able to take all the data that we had in QuickBooks and convert it into JaneApp. And most of the other softwares will do that for you as well. So it's nice that everything's in one spot. So if we have a patient coming in now, we have all their billing history, we have all their charts, and we have their scheduling all in one spot, which is fantastic. And last, but certainly not least, is taking all those old files that you have and converting them over to the new software. And that's a pretty monumental task when you're starting. One of the things that we would really recommend you do is invest in a really good scanner. So we did quite a bit of research on this one, and the one that we ended up getting was the Fujitsu ScanSnap IX500. And we paid a little bit more for this, but we love it. It scans really fast, which is really important, and it's pretty seamless. So it's really only a couple clicks to be able to get old charts into the software that you're using. And also, you're gonna have a lot of paper files that come through. You're gonna have, if you're a medical clinic, you're gonna have MRI reports, you're gonna have, X-ray reports, you're gonna have prescriptions. So it's nice that we can actually just take a scan of those items and then put it directly into the software that we're using. So again, everything stays in one spot, which is great. So definitely going down that path of paperless can be a pretty daunting thought when you start, especially if you look through your file cabinets filled with thousands and thousands and thousands of files. But we found once we started the process and went through a little bit of a learning curve, it wasn't that bad. So now we're at the point where we're completely up and running with the paperless system. We still have our old files that we gradually have to convert over, but we're just doing that one day at a time. So if you have any questions about anything we talked about today, we'd love to hear from you. Maybe help with some of the questions that you might have if you're starting to go paperless. And thanks for listening.